What's going on, everybody? Deacon here. And if you were like me, you got to grow up with a large family. Because my dad had a lot of siblings, so I got the opportunity to see many aunts, uncles, and also cousins from different age ranges, from those being older than me, same age, and even some that were younger. So anytime that we had cookouts or any special holidays like Thanksgiving or Christmas, you always expected a large group to come together. And spending time with cousins, I got to learn certain things. Like I have this one cousin who, she had a baby doll, and at the time, being 5 years old, I didn't know that how it has that sound where it sounds like that, it's possessed. It's making that noise like, mama. Yeah, I thought at 5 years old I could fix it with a butter knife. And the sad thing is, 20 plus years later, my cousin, she still won't let me live that down. Then you had other times where I had memorable moments, whether it was playing football, basketball, or just spending time with loved ones. While growing up, there was always one major theme that was always drilled into my head, and that's that blood is thicker than water. So no matter what happens, no matter what situations arise, you're always supposed to remain tight with your family, because those are the people who will be there for you in times that you need them most, and the times that somebody that you can always spend time with, because this was your blood, this was your relatives, this was family. As I got older, I still believe that to be true to this day. But as I got older and the different type of relationships that I had with certain people, I did come to realize one thing. While blood is thicker than water, all blood types don't match. And when I say that, I mean that in two ways. One, when I mention how that all blood types don't match, is that no matter how big and how close your family is, there are going to be certain people in your family that you spend more time with or you gravitate more towards because you just have more in common. So if you spend more time with this cousin than that cousin, or you like to spend more time over this uncle's house than that uncle's house, it doesn't mean that you love one more than the other. It just means that whatever the type of relationship that you have, you gravitate towards them more. Because if anyone knows anything about donating blood, no matter what blood type you are, there's only certain type of blood types that you can donate to, and there are only certain types of blood types that you can receive from. And it's the same way in a family as well. There's some family members that you'll be closer to, and there's some family members that you won't be as close to. You still love them, but you're just not as close to them. Second, how that statement applies is when you have family members that abuse that relationship. And what I mean by abuse it is they feel that just because they are a certain way or they're dealing with certain things, that they could do whatever they want and you have to accept it because they're family. Because blood is thicker than water, you're always supposed to be there with them. But people have to take into account that if you're a type of person who's positive, you're going to always draw positive people to you, or always draw people to you, no matter whether they're family or not. And it's the same thing with negativity. If you're a negative person, you're going to push people away, and people won't want to deal with you as much, whether you're family or you're not. So you have to be aware of the type of person you are and understand that people just don't treat you a certain way just because they heard about you. It's because they know about you. This is why you have situations where people do have friends that they treat better than or as family, because they know that they can always depend on this person has their best interest at heart, this person has their back, and that is always a give and receive relationship and not always just give, or always taking all the time. Now, that's not always the case, but we all know that the major difference between family and friends is that you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. Now, I've had situations where because of the certain type of behavior, the things that certain family members were doing, that I have to love them from a distance. I try to never cut anybody completely off, because I was taught that's something that you never want to do, because I was always told, imagine if you were in their shoes or in their situation. But at the same time, you have to use wisdom. If you know that there's a person that always brings drama or negativity, or they're doing things that not only can harm you, but harm others that you love as well, you have to love them from a distance, or you got to make sure that you set up boundaries to let them know, like, hey, I love you, but this is as far as you can go. And I'm gonna be honest, I have some family members that if they were to call me right now and said that they needed a place to stay for a week, and then after a week they will be taken care of and they'll be able to go on about their business, all right, cool. That's fine, because I know what they're bringing to the table. I know what type of person they are. They're self-sufficient. But on the flip side, I have some family members like, hey man, can I stay there for a week? I don't have nowhere to go. Inviting them into my house will bring more drama and more negativity that in the beginning it might be good, but the longer they'll stay, you know they have a track record. And like I said, this is why I say that some people feel that in families they get treated a certain way because people talk, but it's not because people just heard about you. They know about you. So many people have experienced the same thing. After a while, you just gotta tell people and let them know, hey, with this type of person, if they say ABC, I believe it. But if this person says D, E, and F, it's like, I don't want nothing to do with it, because you have a track record, you have a pattern. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you truly believe that blood is thicker than water? Or do you believe that yes it is, but all blood types don't match? What are some things that you had to do in your family where some people that you loved, that you cared about, but you had to put up boundaries or love them from a distance? That's it. So as always, be wise, and until I see you guys next time,